Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Joining me today is Sumit in Ask Sumit, and we are going to be covering a lot of things. Initially, we are going to give you an update on the ongoing Israel-Hezbollah conflict and also why Iran is running scared, and a new appointment for the ISI Chief in Pakistan. Should that worry India? All this and more. But before that, please like this video. We have a lot of information that we have researched for you, and we are about to give it to you. So one place that you can get probably information that it will take you hours to get on your own. Let's welcome Sumit Pirji. Sumit ji, namaskar, Jai Sri Ram, Radhe Radhe, how are you?
Jai Sri Ram, Radhe Radhe, all good and fine by the kripa of Lord Mahakal, your Ashirvad sir. And namaskaram to you and all the viewers. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Always a pleasure.
So thank you so much, Sumit ji. And Monday evenings are Ask Sumit time. We are welcoming all questions from viewers. Now, Sumit ji, let us start with what is happening in Israel-Hezbollah conflict. Now, Israel has taken it to the next gear. Number one. Number two, I'm also hearing that Yahya Sinwar might be dead.
Sir, in the name of Bhagwan Sree Ganesha, let's do the Sree Ganeshas of today's our vlog. The first information is that now a big regional conflict is imminent. It cannot be stopped now. As I was telling in one of the Hindi or English, I don't know, on Hindi, our vlogs on Pre-Guru, that, there was because you see, this Eid Miladul-Nabi had passed. Those 40 days of Muharram had passed. Now, Iran, as per my sources, was planning something big through all its 10-12 proxies. Now, to stop that, when Israelis came to know and Mossad came to know and Americans knew what to do, they activated the pagers. Then they activated the walkies. Then they wanted to dismantle all the logistic arms of the Hezbollah. And that is what exactly it was done, because a big attack was imminent. After that, we have seen multiple attacks on ammunition dumps. We have seen thousands of Hezbollah sites taken out. We have seen thousands of their arsenal dumps burned. We have seen hundreds of their leaders eliminated now. Even if you look at the Wahhabi and the Aqil, who was eliminated yesterday, along with the 14 other corps commanders of the Rwanda brigade, and with unfortunately some civilians also lost their life. The plan was very simple, that the Israelis, the Mossad knew, Shin Bet knew they are planning something big. They don't have much of time. First, dismantle their logistics arms and then go for the kill. Now, after the incidents which happened, which we covered till Saturday night, now in Monday, there have been more than 100 attacks, few hundred attacks rather. Some people say 300 attacks, some say 100 attacks on various Hezbollah sites. Now, around 372 people are dead, and around 1,000 or more are injured, which are supposed to be critical. A lot of their ammunition dumps have been destroyed. Now, Israeli intelligence, Israeli operatives has been calling the people in Lebanon, saying, please leave your villages if you're in a Hezbollah area, because we have to go in for the area. Now, there's a difference in the strategy. Now, they are not bothering for the civilian casualties, because if the Hezbollah hideouts are in those dense neighborhoods, they are going for the kill. They are giving the residents a good enough warning that we are coming, please leave. And they're talking to them in the local Lebanese, please leave, because there's Hezbollah cadre there. And what is happening is, there are also videos out where we can see Hezbollah had got to cruise missiles. I told you last time, Benjamin Netanyahu warned that cruise missiles and all, whoever fired will be retaliated. Last time the missile came from Houthis in Yemen. This time there's a video out there wherein there's a cruise missile at a home, and Hezbollah fighters are trying to break the wall so that they could launch the cruise missile. Even if you look at the Sunday attacks, or which happened yesterday, 1,000 barrels of Hezbollah were taken down. If you see the amount of arsenal Israel has taken down, if you look at the number of commanders it has taken down, if you look at the number of ammunition dumps which have been taken out, is phenomenal. Now you can imagine what was the quantum of ammunition these bastards were carrying. Sorry to use that word. These bastards were carrying. They don't have money to eat. Lebanon has the highest inflation in the world. They have children who are starving, but these buffoons, these idiots are getting their gola baru together. They are building everything into a this Islamic theocracy and this crazy ideas of jihad and Islamic dominance and what all. I don't know which Lala's land they live in. The reality of this story is today that Iran has ordered a check on all the electronic items in their military. It can be a pager, it can be electric kettle, it can be a LCD TV. Anything has to be checked, and they have been told, Iran's Revolutionary Guard and all Islamic Revolutionary Guard, keep away from anything that is electric. Wherever there is electricity and wherever there is battery, you're supposed to keep out. You're not supposed to go near to it. They are shit scared, and for the first time, Hassan Nasrallah admits admits that we have got a decisive blow. This is for the first time in the history of Hezbollah. They are admitting we have got a decisive blow. And yesterday, what is his name? Zakir Qasim. Zakir Qasim is the number two guy in Hezbollah. He came to the funeral of Aqil, and yesterday he warned that there will be an all-out war against Israel, and Israel has to pay for it. Incidentally, 3 of the rockets which were fired yesterday landed in center of Israel, though they could not be intercepted. That's a worrying part, definitely. And he has said now there will be no limits war. It will be all-out war. We'll go and we'll dismantle, we'll kill, and we'll have no mercy on anybody. That is what Zakir Qasim, the number 2 after Hassan Nasrallah, announced at Aqil's and Mohammed Wahab's funeral yesterday. Now today morning, Israel paid him back in the coin which he could never retaliate. Even yesterday morning, that is Sunday, there were attacks on Hezbollah posts. Around 100 odd or few hundred sites were attacked. Now today, there has been a major attack on them. And these people who are talking of a relentless war, and let me tell you, they have fired more than 8,000 missiles on Israel so far. Hezbollah, I'm talking, sir. 8,000 missiles chala chuke as on date. This is what the UN, the Israeli permanent envoy in the UN has stated that. Gee, you wanted to make a point.
Yeah, so see, some of the people have been, musing loud that Hezbollah has 200,000 missiles, blah, blah, blah. Now, France 24, it's a very reputed, although a little bit left-leaning, France 24 has actually put out a story saying that the real number of missiles that Hezbollah has is closer to 50,000, 50. And if you're saying that 3,000 have already been put out in a day, and if you average it out, I think they're almost at the end of that arsenal. I don't think China can, I'm not even thinking of, Iran is just a pipeline. It's China which is doing it. How many things is China going to do? China is already giving a lot of gunpowder to Russia. And I've told about this viewers. Yesterday morning or day before yesterday morning, I put out who is winning the Ukraine war. And in that, you can see what has been happening to the latest. I've used maps and other things. So those of you who want to get a real depth understanding, you can take a look at it. It's only like 10-20 minutes maximum. So point I'm trying to make is China is in huge trouble. Their investment in Hamas is gone. Hezbollah is gone. I'm not talking about Iran. Forget about Iran. Always remember, this fight is not between Russia and Ukraine. The fight is between China and US. Remember that, guys. Please keep this in mind. Every conflict today is a conflict between US and China.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to tell that. Yeah, Hezbollah is in deep doo-doo. I think they have figured out how the end game is going to be there. We should do. See, we can't do series on Israel because the end game बहुत जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा.
जल्दी खत्म होने वाला. It's a matter of days. China will take us years, but here it's weeks. Yeah. So we can do a quick one on that. And the important thing is, look, Hezbollah claimed once upon a time they had 1 lakh men. Then they said we have recruited 40,000 more. So plus minus they will have a few thousand cadre, 40-50,000 ka cadre hoga. Missiles claimed by Hezbollah were 100,000. Then they claimed 150,000. That's what they used to claim. But logically speaking, sir, 90% of that is those Katyusha rockets, sir. Diwali wale rocket, bigger Diwali rockets. They are those Katyusha rockets. They are not those the missiles. Wherever there is a missile. And remember Benjamin Netanyahu had told 2 days back that anybody who has those cruise missiles will take them out. So they might have some cruise missiles, they might have some old Chinese junk and some old North Korean junk. So wherever they are finding it, Israel is eliminating it. I was of the view, I think I am right. I was saying that Israel knows that there's a window. And Israelis are not listening to Americans, by the way. General Lloyd Austin called the Israeli defense minister, say, "Bhai, what are you doing?" He said, "I am escalating to de-escalate." Matlab, wo kya? Bola, I am increasing so that Hezbollah is crushed, it will automatically de-escalate. So General Lloyd Austin said, looks like a good plan. Okay, do it. But don't make it a regional conflict. Because if you make it a regional conflict, bhai, we have to get into it. We don't want to get our hands dirty. He says, "Sir, don't worry. I will deliver it for you." Remember when Americans were unhappy, they delivered this Aqil. The Americans were looking for him for, last 40 years, $7 million bounty low. Pesh karo. Here is Aqil. You want him dead? Here is him dead. So Israelis know what Americans want. And with 60,000 American troops deployed, I can bet you these guys in Iran can't do anything. And what I'm loving is that Khomeini's fuse is burning from both the sides. This mullah must be, rattled in his chair. He doesn't know what to do next. I'm telling you, next person to go is Qasim Nazir. Qasim Nazir is the number 2 after Hassan Nasrallah, who made this bold statement yesterday. Count him 7 to 10 days, he's gone. I'm stretching my neck out. 7 to 10 days, Qasim Nazir is gone. Then who is left? Nasrallah and Khamenei. These people are shit scared of anything to everything. They don't know what to do. They don't know what I said them. Americans, in a way, has given them a green light, said don't make it too much. Don't make sure we don't have enough, make sure there are not enough civilian casualties. But Israel is saying, we are announcing we have done more than 80,000 calls to various villages, ask them to leave there. Now, Hezbollah cadre is scattered. Logistic arm is cut, sir. Remember, where did the Israel attack first? The logistic arm. So whoever is there is fighting in silos. There is no coordinated organization. And Hassan Nasrallah has admitted we have got the most decisive blow. And this Hezbollah used to threaten of everything and anything. And even the operations in Ramallah are gone. By the way, Al Jazeera's office in the West Bank is taken down by Israel. IDF has taken down yesterday Al Jazeera's office because they were the people who are doing all this propaganda. No Al Jazeera in Gaza, no Al Jazeera in West Bank. Now again, what your plan was, which you showed that day, they want to go to the edge of the peninsula, make a camp, make for the Palestinians there. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu is saying that we want to capture the complete Gaza, and whoever is left in Gaza will pull them out of the Gaza. Why? Because then only Hamas will be left. Now we have a license to kill anybody who's there is Hamas. We'll kill everybody who's left. Whoever are left with Gaza, we'll take them out of the Gaza, and then whoever is left is Hamas, and we'll eliminate all the Hamas. So, and what the Israeli Defense Minister, Internal Security Minister has said, the gravity of the war is shifting to north. What is north? North is Lebanon. So Lebanon, they're hitting the right, left, and center. And you know, Hassan Nasrallah is crying, Papa, 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 and the Khamenei Papa is not listening. He's going, yeah, meri apni lagi padi hai, tura kya karu? So that is what is happening. So this, and now, what is the biggest fright? There is one thing which I was hinting to the whole world. It has come true. I was so happy to see today. I was telling the whole world, hey guys, wake up, see one thing. Chinese supply chains are not reliable. And this is what exactly Americans have called out today. I'm seeing so much of media talking about Chinese supply chains are not reliable. They can be infiltrated to a batch. They can be infiltrated to a batch. This is the reality of the world. And this is what exactly has happened. So China is hit. And if you have to hit China, hit them financially. Hit them where it hurts most. Chinese supply chains are not reliable. Chinese supply chains can be infiltrated. Chinese supply chains have no quality control. If you can put the chemicals inside a battery made in China, what the hell you can't make? I mean, imagine you're buying something bigger from China. It can just be a bomb. I mean, it might not look like one. Look at Iranis, what they have bought from Russia and China. They are even checking their pens now. Ye pen hai na, they're opening this. Arey, iske andar bomb to nahi. They're checking the pens. And Khamenei is put in a bomb-proof bunker, wherein they're even filtering the air because they don't know Israelis might tamper with the sensors. The kind of psycho-ops, you know, there was an analyst who used to say that, you know, Iran is playing psycho-ops with Israel. Israel is waiting for an imminent death to come. Now, who is playing psycho-ops with whom? Who is scared of the death? Who is shitting in their pants? Yes, sir, you wanted to make a point.
Viewers, just so you understand, what Sumit ji means is psychological operations. Not psychopathic operations. Psycho usually can be interpreted both ways. That's why I want to make sure you understand what he's talking about is psychological operations, also called psy-ops. Ab kabhi-kabhi thoda idhar-udhar stretch ho jata hai, to it may look like psycho-ops. It is psy-ops. So psychological operations, you mess with your mind. Basically, that's what Sumit ji is saying. Please continue.
Okay. Then there is one more development is that today's attack has been very lethal on Hezbollah. I think today they have lost the maximum number of men in a single day. And what they could retaliate with 3 rockets to Israel, which were intercepted. Nothing big happened to Israel. I think the last attack wherein an Israeli soldier was killed was 2 days back when an anti-tank missile hit somebody in Israel and Israel lost 3 of his soldiers. Meanwhile, that allegation of throwing the bodies, IDF is saying we are looking into it, but they are not too much bothered. So this war is escalating, and Benjamin Netanyahu has done the very right thing. He knows he has a very limited time till the US elections. Whoever comes next, things might change. And so what he's doing, he wants to finish it in the matter of days. So he's saying that we are preparing for tough times. Meanwhile, in the Lebanon, schools and colleges have been closed. Hospitals have been told to stop all non-essential surgeries. All the blood is being kind of stored into the hospitals, and hospitals are preparing for large casualties. And even the people who got injured in the pager attack, most of them are dying because when the kidney gets physically damaged, there's nothing you can do. And the kidney and the genitals both have got damaged. Oh, sorry. Bad luck in Jannat. Anyway, next time. So these guys are, useless.
They don't believe in reincarnation. क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप? They don't believe in reincarnation.
Sir, what will they
next time कैसे हो सकता है? Next time कैसे हो सकता है?
Sir, what will they do permanently in Jannat like this? So I am giving them at least a hope. You want to take the hope away from them? Okay, no hope.
Hopeless.
No, that is it. Now, in the meanwhile, Zakir Naik is supposed to move to Pakistan. I don't know what the hell is Zakir Naik going to do with Pakistan. And Pakistan.
मैंने सुना है Doval ji has a master plan. Sorry, अब एकदम वो बल्ब चला. Doval ji has a master plan. This plane will develop technical difficulties and it will land right in Nagpur, beach mein, so that it can't go anywhere.
तो उठा के लाएंगे हम लोग. By the way, one more important development. Now, this war is getting into a regional conflict. Sir, I can stretch my neck out and say, I have been always saying the clash of civilizations you can delay, you cannot deny. It is going to be a clash of civilizations, we like it or not. This is how it is heading. And I've been warning you for years, friends, from all the sources which I am, TV, YouTube, wherever, be prepared. This is going to happen. You can delay it, you cannot deny it. Americans are not going to intervene in Israel, and Israel is not going to listen. By the way, another news, Yahya Sinwar is possibly dead, because remember last time when in Doha, Hamas told Americans, and including Anthony and David Moore and Dave and the Burns of CIA, they told him, look, we are finding some difficulty to reach to Yahya Sinwar. I was suspecting at that point in time, possibly Yahya Sinwar is eliminated. Now, as per Mossad and as per some sources which are in the media, the attack which was carried on a school, which they cried a school where 22 people were killed, which all of them were Hamas fighters. It is believed in that attack Yahya Sinwar is also dead. So hopefully Yahya Sinwar is also dead. Bad news for Nasrallah, because after Qasim, Nazir, Nasrallah and Khamenei, three are remaining. So when the people below their ranks die, that means the death is coming more close to you. So imagine the paranoia in them. Imagine the anxiety and the panic attack Nasrallah must be getting. But anyway, he will go to the verges. But if he is going in one piece, but if he is blown up into pieces, so what will he do there? Anyway, hope Israelis don't use a lethal bomb to burn him out. फिर तो कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा. So that is the position about Hassan Nasrallah. Another thing, development is that in Pakistan, Swat Valley, there was a advertisement of Pakistani tourism 2 years back. Come visit Pakistan, and ISPR brigade was saying, "Aiye Pakistan, aiye." I said you should write a slogan: "Come to Pakistan for a blast, let it be your last." Exactly that came true. कहते ना sir, कभी ज़बान पे सरस्वती बैठती है. That came true. Now this SWAT Foundation or somebody invited these people. They say SWAT is the Switzerland of Pakistan. That is what Pakistanis say when they're high on opium. But anyway, sasti opium, it doesn't matter. So they got these 12, 13 ambassadors. They wanted to give them a tour of Swat Valley, show them the Switzerland of Pakistan. Hi Allah, what happened? When they were there, these ambassadors were there. Suddenly there was an attack on them. 3 Pakistani soldiers got killed, and there was even a Chinese ambassador in that. Luckily, these ambassadors survived. None of them got killed, but they got injured. So I think they're ambassadors from 7 or 13 countries. I can't remember how many. So this happened yesterday. So this was their tour to Swat Valley to see the beauty of the Swat. But unfortunately, they saw the Barood of the Swat. Beauty to dikhi nahi, Barood zarur dikha. Barood is that, what do you call this, RDX or whatever you called it. They saw the word. And they narrowly escaped this life. So for the first time in a country, we have seen ambassadors of some around 10, 12 nations attacked. 3 Pakistani soldiers got martyred, and now they were blaming 𝗤𝐺 for the attack. 𝗤𝐺 said, "Bhai, humne attack nahi kiya, we have not attacked." Now they don't know whom to blame. They can't blame Pashtuns. They can't blame Afghani Taliban. If they blame, that will be a big raw. And now 𝗤𝐺 said, "We have not done it." But these ambassadors literally escaped. If the attack was more intense, or maybe this was just a warning shot, next time don't venture here. Ab ki baar zinda jaane de rahe. We're letting you go alive this time. Next time don't come here. So my advice to all the ambassadors based in Pakistan: don't leave your embassy, man. You can be killed in broad daylight. These people are jihadis. They are terrorists. They can do anything. So imagine 12, 13 ambassadors getting killed or getting injured. What a shame for a mullah regime of Pakistan. And these are the people who are trying, come, let's have a blast in Pakistan. Yeah, it will be your last. Let's have a blast, but let it be a doom, down. Somebody will go, Allahu Akbar, dhadam, no, gone, gayo. So this is what is happening in Pakistan about ambassadors, and ISI has a new chief. We were hoping that this guy, what was his name? Imtiaz. Kya naam tha sir iska? I keep on forgetting his name. I'll just pull out his name. I have it somewhere. We were blaming the sources were telling us this guy Shahid Imtiaz would be the new DG ISI because he's very clear to Nadeem Anjum Corps commander hai ye kiska. He's a Chaklala ka and he's from 9 AK regiment. He was the highest runner for the DG ISI post. The deputy to Nadeem Anjum will not make it, as I told you, as he's very brutal and uncontrollable like Faiz Hamid. They will not let him come. So this man was running Sunni Punjabi. So he was the man in the game. But now this man has taken over. This man was supposed to be the man, but he could not make it. And he's very close to Munir, and Asim Munir believes that the role he wanted the ISI to play could not be done because he thought when he was the ISI chief, he could do a much better role vis-a-vis Taliban, vis-a-vis Baloch, vis-a-vis the Indians. Here you are failing all the fronts. So Nadeem Anjum, who was lobbying a lot, who was looking at the legal options, he was trying to lobby with the MI6. He was going and jet squatting here and there. He was trying his level best to be in the business. So Mr. Naveed Anjum is gone. He is no longer the chief. There's new chief. Iska naam kya hai, Sachin bhai? Asim Malik. So I think he must be a Lieutenant General guy. And he must be he looks to be a Sunni Punjabi Sayyid, close to Asim Munir. And of course, in Pakistan is the highest bidding. Whoever has the maximum photos, whoever has the maximum videos, or who has your photo or video, that is the person who will get the job, right? It depends on that. Your capability doesn't matter. If he has the photos and videos of Asim Munir, then he can use them as a leverage and get the job. If he doesn't have him, maybe the other guy was more capable, but he did not have anything Asim Munir, so he told him, okay, bhai, you forget it, I'll give the job to him. Lieutenant General Asim Malik. Okay, he is the new man who is going to be the head of ISI. So along with Asim Munir, he is his again chosen man. We can expect some trouble coming to India. We can expect some more trouble happening in around our territory. But we are prepared. We'll beat the shit out of these guys. Let them come here. We'll teach them a lesson of their lifetime. So congratulations to China. They have to invest their money again. Ji.
Sir ji, एक question है आपके लिए because you understand this better than I do. Hinduism में Asim का नाम है जिसकी सीमा ना हो. One who is, there are no boundaries for him. Asim. सीमित है ना, सीमा. So what is this Asim in Urdu? ASIM.
They say Asim, not Asim. Asim.
अच्छा, खासिम का क्यों खा गए?
Asim कर दिया इसको. Asim नहीं है, Asim. So they call him Asim. So we have Asim. So they say we say Ishwar ki Asim Anukampa. So another blessings from the Lord. So here is Asim. So, and this guy is again will be a Punjabi. So again, Punjabi has made, no Baloch is made, no Sindhi is made, no Pathan is made. I told you they don't trust anybody except Punjabi Sunnis. No, anyway, Shia can never become there. So they don't trust anyway. Ahmadiyya to bhul jao. They don't trust anybody except Punjabis. So this is where it is, and the position in Pakistan is getting from bad to worse. So new ISI chief, we'll see what happens to him. China has to reinvest their money. China has to again get their equations right. So by the time they get their equations right, Asim Munir may get an extension, may decide not to take an extension. There'll be new chief. So when the new chief comes, the new ISI chief comes, you have to reinvent the wheel. By the time you strengthen your wheel, you get your money, you get your transitions right, and new chief comes. So, and all of them will end up in America or Canada, and that's what they will do. So China doesn't know what to do with Pakistan. America doesn't seem to know what to do with Pakistan, and they're all lost. What I'm very, very happy about is that China is getting whacked from all the sides. Chinese interests are getting compromised from all the sides. And this China was given a sound reply by Mr. Modi yesterday. He said, yes, Quad is there to stay. The Chinese had said this Quad is like a storm, right? It will weather away. After, it's just like, chota mota something, and it's a matter of time, it will disappear. Now, if you look at the amount of things which were settled in the Quad, and the leadership of Quad coming to India next year, and the Quad sessions being held in India, that's a very, very thing what we have seen. So with all these things, whatever are happening geopolitically developments, I think China is getting weakened with every passing day. Delinking of Chinese supply chains is happening, and this is what should happen. And China's Pakistan equation is going to go no good because China cannot feed Pakistan. There's a lot of resentment against Xi Jinping for what he has done. He's promised $50 billion to the Africa's people are irked, people are irritated. You don't have anything for the floods in China. You're giving them $50 billion. Where the hell is the money coming from? So China is in trouble. Pakistan is in trouble. We are ahead of the game. But there are a lot of challenges which are happening there. Let's see how do we manage them, how do we maneuver them. And this Israeli-Iran-American conflict is imminent, sir. It is going to be a regional conflict. Does it turn into clash of civilizations? Yes. If there is a ground invasion of Israel, I've been stretching my neck out and saying it will be a clash of civilizations. And yes, after 4 quarters, India may not be able to live with strategic autonomy. Again, I'm declaring this because if this conflict is bigger, you have to all take sides. कोई बीच की बात नहीं चलेगी.
A couple of developments that I want to mention before we go off of this topic. I'm hearing that in Hambantota, China has actually placed a lot of the criminals who are serving life sentences or heinous sentences, and these are the people who have been let loose in Hambantota, where they have a 99-year lease, because people are complaining that this place now has one of the highest crime rates in Sri Lanka. I don't know how true this is. I've just heard anecdotal evidence about this, so please we'll stay tuned on that. We'll come to that. I'm also hearing another thing, that China is making all preparations to basically take over Gwadar and do like what they are doing in Hambantota. They are similar, that they want to just go and occupy and sit there, because remember you said that the United States may ask for a base in Balochistan, and if that happens, then US can basically go around and around this Gwadar. So I don't know what is going to happen there. That's another news story that is developing. We don't know what's going to happen. Sumit ji, if you have any update on that, please feel free to share.
I have 2 updates. First of all, in Sri Lanka, we know there's a left-leaning pro-China prime minister which has come into power. This is a bit of a jigsaw puzzle for us. We have to decode it. We have to settle it. I don't know which way it is going to go. Yes, the crime rates in Hambantota are drastically gone up, because whenever Chinese come, three things come with them: prostitutes, gambling dens, and the nasha, that is the drugs and all. They come with the Chinese. So when you have all these 3 things coming, but natural, the crimes will go up, and there will be a lot of disruption of the culture. Soon they will get Sri Lankan girls into the trade. Soon the Sinhalese culture will be threatened, and it will be threatened to an extent what Sinhalese can't even realize. And second point, you were talking about this
Gwadar.
Yes. Gwadar. American only interest in Asim Munir is, can he deliver Recodec, can he deliver uranium, and can he deliver them a base in in Balochistan. If he cannot deliver them, Recodec is in Balochistan. He can talk to BLA directly, to Majid Brigade. Lot of the uranium is in Balochistan. Gwadar is in Balochistan, and the airbase is already in Balochistan. There's a lot of pressure on Asim Munir to deliver. Americans want Asim Munir to deliver. For last 70 years, we have been bloody feeding Pakistan. Now it's the time to deliver. How are we going to foot the bill? We want these mines, we want the uranium, we want Gwadar airport, we want the Gwadar airbase. Airbase is already with Americans, we want that. Now, can Asim Munir deliver that? Or we'll talk to BLA, they will anyway deliver that. So if that happens, and BLA is Majid Brigade threatening the Chinese, and now if you see at the attacks at the SWAT, you can kiss goodbye to CPAC, you can kiss goodbye to any of the Chinese interest in Pakistan. And I'm telling you, in Afghanistan also, and take my words that today, whatever is happening in Pakistan and Afghanistan, that will be the playbook what the world is going to follow. Now, can they bloody dare to go to Africa and get the money out of Africa? No. You have to just kill 20 Chinese, or they will all disappear. They don't have to pay China. There's no need to pay China millions and billions. Just eliminate 20 Chinese. They will be shitting in their pants and they will go. And what Xi Jinping is told, that you have to control land in the surrounding countries. You cannot start off thinking and investing money in Africa. How can you control them in Africa? How can you control the land and interest of China there? So there's also pressure which is building on Xi Jinping. There's a pressure which is building on Asim Munir, and there's a pressure which is building on Hezbollah, Iran, and all. So you see how Israel and Americans have played the game beautifully, how Chinese interests are getting hurt, and how Putin is also kind of playing his cards very, very well. And by the way, Modi ji met Mahmoud Abbas in UNGA, the sidelines. He met the Crown Prince of Kuwait for the first time. He has met Oli. He has met Australian Prime Minister. He has met Mr. Kishida, and of course Joe Biden se bilateral to hua hi hai. You must be asking me, did he meet Benjamin Netanyahu? Let me clarify. When Modi ji is leaving US, next day Benjamin Netanyahu is arriving in US. It is not Modi ji is not meeting Benjamin Netanyahu. It is the itinerary is like that. When Modi ji leaves tonight or tomorrow, then After that, Benjamin Netanyahu arrives in United Nations. That is what is told. And there was one more development. Israeli permanent representative to United Nations has said that Hezbollah has already fired 8,000 rockets on Israel, 8,000 rockets. And we have destroyed thousands of such rockets which were about to be fired. So, but you are right that Hezbollah doesn't have a lot of arsenal left. Yahya Sinwar possibly dead. Qasim Nasir next in line, followed by Hassan Nasrallah, then possibly Khamenei. Iranis are shit scared. They're testing everything and anything. Now, the world and the Iran is worried about where the new sabotage is going to come from, what is going to conk off, and what is going to work and what is not going to work. Even now, Irani is getting into a plane. The Irani, this Mullah brigade getting into a plane. The plane can be even tampered. The sensors can be tampered. So what happened to 𝗤𝙗𝘗? Now you know the taste of the medicine. What happened to 𝗤𝙗𝘗? Well, 𝗤𝙗𝘗, as per Iran, it was bad weather. If there was bad weather which killed 𝗤𝙗𝘗, why not the helicopter in the front and why not the helicopter in the back? Was that weather only bad for the helicopter in which the 𝗤𝙗𝘗 was there? That is the question they have to ask. And new ISI chief, well, you have an uphill task. You're not going to deliver a lot of things. You're not going to deliver a lot of goods. We are watching you, and we'll know how to settle our scores. If Israel can do what it has to do, and Israel is setting one new normal. If even in eliminating terrorists, there are civilian casualties, well, that is the part of the game. That is the collateral damage we have to live with. I think we should draw our lessons from Israel. When we are eliminating these terrorists within the country or outside the country, there will be some collateral damage, which is unfortunate, which must be avoided and must be avoided to the extent possible, but not to the extent wherein terrorists are let go and because we are scared of the collateral damage. These are the couple of things which have come to the light. World is becoming a dangerous place. Things are changing very fast in the world. Whatever is the geopolitics of today, at 9:30 IST, it might not be the geopolitics tomorrow 9:30 IST, sir. We might see something totally different which could have happened tonight. We might see Israel firing a couple of missiles and everything will change. Sorry, Iran firing a couple of missiles and everything will change. If Iran fires, Americans are waiting for them to take down this mullah regime. And then let's see how does the rest of the Middle East react to that. And if there is ground invasion of Israel, there'll be a lot of casualties. That will be the tipping point where the war can really become something very, very big. And while if we go to Russia and Ukraine, let's see the father of all bombs, tactical nuclear weapon, which comes first? Or does Zelensky get the permission to use the US and UK missiles on mainland Russia, which will be a big, big disaster. I hope he doesn't get that permission. By the way, somebody complimented me today. He said, gave a compliment. I said, what is the compliment? He said, Rahul Gandhi looks like Zelensky. Both have a very similar style of dressing. Good t-shirt, six pocket, either body building, either. I'm like, yaar, but zabardast. Both seem to have the same frequency of thinking. I hope that this country does not get the Zelensky, what the Ukraine has got. Let's wait and watch. Things are getting interesting. And I fail to understand one thing. What the hell is Zakir Naik doing in Pakistan? Zakir Naik ko kahe ko bulaya bhai? Do you have enough trouble braving with you want Zakir Naik? Because you want to come him to sell that Islam ka churan. When you will sell that Islam ka churan, you will get people glued. You will tell them we have to do jung and all. And let me remind all the Hindus anywhere in the world. Yahud is #1 target. Then is Christian. Hanud is #3 target. Don't be under this illusion and delusion. You are not the targets. You are not the #1 target. You are the #3 target. So it is important #1 survives. #2 survives. #3 is automatically safe. If these two don't survive, you are in the front line. They are going to come for you. This is what it is. And learn from Israel what they are doing. All the countries should learn how to handle Islamic terror. They would have learned something, learn from Israel. Hit them hard before they can even think of hitting. I was loving the Hassan Nasrallah's pain today where he said, we have got a decisive blow. Okay, Mr. Nasrallah, you are threatening the whole world. You are threatening we'll attack Israel from 10 sides. You don't seem to even fire 10 rockets. What you fired today is 3 rockets. It is such a poor show. Such a poor guy. I mean, you have been eating biryani for last 10 years and becoming 160 kilos and then you could fire 3 rockets. Kuch to karo na. Useless guys, sir. I've given up on them. They are those Facebook jihadis, what I call. They can only do this jihad on the Facebook, put a few posts and say, this is what the... Bhai, aaj ki dukaan ban. Let's talk to him.
Just a couple of more data points that I want to bring forth to your attention. One is that 𝗣𝗲𝗍 thought he had made a deal with a Canadian gold company called Barrick, BARRICK, for mining rights in Balochistan. Now, this is where the thing starts, contention starts, because I believe, I don't know 100%, Sumit ji will know a little bit more. I wonder if the same thing was also sold to China, that they could also come and mine in the same recording. This is all Recodic I'm talking about.
All Recodic. Recodic has 100 husbands. Recodic is a wife with 101 husbands. Every Soji is Recodic. Americans want Recodic, Russians want Recodic, Chinese, Canadian, everybody wants Recodic. Look, sir, it is said somewhere that you have to be lucky if God gifts you something. Recodic is the mine with the highest copper reserves in the whole world. Recodic is the mines with the highest number 2 gold reserves in the world. What the hell did these Pakistanis do so far? Kya kar liya aaj tak? Imagine you have the highest copper reserves in the world, you have number 2 highest gold reserves in the world. What could you do? You are good for nothing. You should only, talk about jihad and zakat. These all are the only 2 things which you should do. You're good for nothing, yaar. Admit it. Your national sport is jihad. Even in today, I was reading somewhere, there was one poor chap who was caught on blasphemy. They attacked a police station and they killed the chap. That is what they are producing babies, and they keep on killing. And by the way, sir, I have to remind people, please like to karo bhai. Please like a button. There are a lot of people who don't want our videos to go. There's a lot of information coming from PGurus channel which they want to block, and especially this ISPR brigade, these Pakistanis want us to be, they are kind of working very hard, and even the people from Chinese expert in good for nothing. Ye Pakistan na. Even the intelligence guys, they don't want our programs to go viral because we're exposing them like right, left, and center. We're exposing Pakistan like right, left, and center. But if you work with us, if you as Bharatis, wherever you are in the world, press the like button, work with us, we'll beat the shit out of them. We are not scared of anybody. We don't give a damn to who they are. We'll bring in the truth and we'll tell you much in advance what is going to happen. And if happens, your stock markets will crash, but your gold will come up. If you're holding to the gold, hold to the gold. Now I told you a couple of days back, hold to the real gold, not the gold bonds. Asli sona chahiye, bond nahi chahiye abhi khalis sona chahiye. So hold to the gold prices are going to go up. And let me tell you another thing, de-dollarization is not happening. It's not going to happen. Don't expect any magic from the BRICS meeting which is going to happen. You can expect some idhar udhar, but don't expect any magic. Americans know how to play the game. They know where to pull and push the strings. India needs America. America needs India. It's a relation of mutual convenience. But at the same time, there's an exception to the rule this time. For the first time after 2014, when Prime Minister Modi is on an international trip, Mr. Ajit Doval is not with him. You know the reasons why. You know why.
Oh, there is. You know what? Aapne meri moh ki baat chhin li. I was going to say about something that I heard today. That see, viewers, many of us were speculating. Doval nahi gaye. Maybe it's because of the Pannu threat he didn't go. And then what did India say? India said that he's needed in Jammu and Kashmir because it's a sensitive election time, right? What I'm hearing, Sumitji, you can back me up on this. What I'm hearing is there is pressure on US to now give up or give those General Electric engines that India has already paid for. India has already actually paid for some, and they have been delaying giving that. The reason the pressure is being built up is I'm hearing, and I could be wrong about this. Sumitji may know he has a lot of chidiya who will come and tell him in his ears what is going on. That Doval is actually in France trying to finalize a deal for saffron.
Bilkul, I'll add on to that, sir. 3 things which have been, when this Doval tantrum was happening, and they were all posturing, aise collar wala upar ho rahe the. Now France gave 3 important things yesterday night. The one thing which they said, look, we are ready to give you a 100 kilonewton engine, which we need even for MCA. We need from 90 to 110. 110 hame MCA ke liye chahiye, which is the 5.5 or 6th generation aircraft. We are ready to give you those engines of saffron, which has again the crystal blade technology, and with the 100 transfer of technology, 100% TOT. No questions asked. We'll supply a couple of them for France and we'll give them in India. So usually GE has now responded, we're ready to beef up the supply. That's point number 1. Point number 2, France has said that we'll give you the underwater drones. There are only 2 or 3 countries which have the capability of underwater drones. France had agreed, we'll give you the underwater drones. And the third thing, which was music to my ears, was because we talked about the INS Arihant, we talked about the INS Arigat, the 2 nuclear power submarines we had. I was telling you in 2025, we'll be leasing 1 from Russia. Ek thi wo we have sent up and 1 more will be coming. We need at least 6 to counter China and Pakistan effectively. Now with the French, we have got a deal. By the way, China has only 6. Let me put that in perspective so that people don't forget. They have only 6. We have 6. We can handle China and Pakistan jointly. Pakistan doesn't even have 1. Aur unki diesel wali bhi nahi chalti. Diesel ka paisa nahi hai baba. No, okay. Now with this deal, these French have agreed that they will be ready to supply us the nuclear-powered submarines, which was not the deal. Earlier, it was only Scorpion class, which was basically diesel-electric combination. Now, even the nuclear-powered submarines, they will be able to supply us, not only supply us, also give us technology transfer. Remember, the first Scorpion submarines came from France, then most of them are now made in the Musgao docks. So this is also which is happening. So 3 major items, saffron engines, the quantity you want, up to 110 kilonewtons. So from 𝗚𝗂, this Tejas 1, 2 to 𝗚𝗂, you are settled. Quantity koi problem nahi, 100% technology transfer made in India. Point number 2, underwater drones. We love them, we need them, and we will handle a lot of countries with that. Point number 3, nuclear-powered submarines, which France was not willing to give. Now they will give. You know why? Because US screwed France in the AUKUS. When the AUKUS deal was happening, the Australians had got this 6-8 submarines settled with the French. Americans went there and they jugaad kar diya. They got French out. They kicked them in the butt. Now what happened? The French done? They have come and kicked in the butt. They are settling the score of AUKUS. You screwed us there. Now we are going to sell these submarines to India. So if we deal, we are getting one in Russia from 2025, and if we get 2 or 3 from France, we'll have more submarines than China, nuclear-powered submarines. So that will be a great thing in our defense, and we have the money to pay. We can pay anybody. Koi dikkat nahi, paisa hai, sab kuch hai. So these are the 3 important developments which have happened, and this was exactly announced when Modi ji was in announced or leaked or timed, whatever you want to say it, exactly when Modi ji was in US, when the tantrums were shown. Oh, Mr. Ajit Doval could not make it. He was scared, the US court. Are ye Pannu naam ki makhi kyun paal rakhi hai bhai? Why is the love with this makhi called Pannu? Get rid of him, get a fly catcher, get rid of him. Anyway, so but this is what the France has promised us. Paisa ho to bolega to Pakistan jayega to koi bura ho rakha. So this is what is the latest what the French have promised us. And you remember, I was telling you, Macron told that France is a war-based economy. Now, French want the deal, they want the money, they want to sell their things. Sree sir, कभी कहते हैं ना कि जबान पे सरस्वती बैठते हैं. Very happy on one more time. 2 things happened true. I was talking on PGurus, national TV, and few other YouTube channels, our competitors. I told, why don't you go to Europe? Europe will be ready to give you any equipment with 100% technology transfer. Forget America, forget Russia. America बोलेगा, oh ये export control, ये वो इधर खड़ा हो या सलाम करो. Russians don't have supply chains, they have problems. So why don't you go to Europe? Europe, the world, they're willing to sell you with 100% technology transfer. And this is exactly what happened. So Europeans have walked in 100% technology transfer, the quantities you want made in India, no questions asked, paisa do, kaam khatam. Second thing, I was always telling that NRIs are the brand ambassadors of India. I've been repeating this for years, and yesterday, Modi ji said in US, that NRIs are our brand ambassadors. Wow, awesome. That was good. 1% Indians paying 6% of the tax. 1% Indians having more than 66% have bachelor's degree and more than 40% have master's degree. Average household of the Indians is 3 times that of American household. So we as Indians are builders. We are contributors. Any Indian everywhere, within 2 weeks, he starts contributing to the economy. So let's unleash this power. Yesterday, what we saw in New York was mind-boggling, was fantastic. The diaspora connect was phenomenal. And, I loved the speech of Modi ji. We don't have time to get into that, but the few Hindi lines which were very directly and hard-hitting, and I could see them resonating in the audiences, which was mind-blowing. And that is how you have captured the power of the diaspora. And this is a powerful diaspora. You have captured the power of the diaspora and harness it for the good of India. That is where Prime Minister Modi needs to be complimented. Imagine what will be happening to Xi Jinping. Imagine what will be happening to Rahul Gandhi, where he was getting this kirai ke log, IMC ke log, idhar ke log, this Muslim organization log, Bangladeshis, Pakistanis. When the national anthem was playing, they were sleeping. Because they don't know it's the national anthem of India. Imagine the visit of Rahul Gandhi, who's the leader of opposition, and imagine the visit of Prime Minister Modi, who's the ruler, or the king, or the leader of the ruling party. Imagine what a contrast between the two leaders. Imagine the diaspora connect. Imagine the vision. Imagine the pakad. Imagine the things which we have seen. And imagine the stature and the welcome he got. And imagine what Rahul Gandhi got. And my good friend Rahul Gandhi had to end up meeting Ulhan Umar. अरे बाबा क्या यार, मतलब कुछ तो सोचो, हमारी इज्जत का तो सोचो. इल्हान उमर से मिलते हो यार. Very bad, sir. I feel ashamed. In America, I told him that day. I said there's a 5 million diaspora. There are people like Sree Iyer, sir. You should meet eminent intellectuals like him. क्या रे बाबा, वो इल्हान उमर से मिलते हो? You're going and meeting इल्हान उमर. And your uncle has put you the garden path.
So, Sumitji, see, this is the thing. Viewers, this is truth, because I know many of my friends also went to East Coast to watch this, be at that meeting. 20,000 people went. Everybody paid from their own pocket. They had to fly. That's $1,000 or close to that. Then they have to go stay there. And this is the expensive time, because UN General Assembly is also around the same time. So the same hotel rooms are being sought after by anybody and everybody. And all this done, despite all these hindrances, people went to listen to Modi. 20,000 is not a joke. I mean, Rahul Gandhi won't get 200 people. Can't even, this is not even like, you're not even in the same planet, man.
Sir,
Jupiter, yes, Jupiter. You can try Jupiter. Nobody is going to go and check whether you've got 200 people or 20,000 people.
Anyway, he knows the escape velocity of Jupiter, so that should be easier for him.
So, anyway, let's go ahead. Finish up and then we'll go to Q&A.
Okay, but I almost forgot that. So this is what has been happening. So, the nutshell of everything is geopolitics is changing very, 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 very fast. And I am getting a filler. I don't know how far it's true. Sree sir can validate that. I'm feeling that this time Indian Americans are thinking of going the Republican way. That is what the general feeling is. Democrats are losing their support base because the kind of money what Indian Americans are paying to the American society or the American tax-paying system, but they're not getting that returns. If your vote doesn't matter and if your money doesn't count, then why the hell do you waste time with them?
Very true, very true. So what's going to play out in the elections? Again, there is some uncertainty because of the way the elections are being conducted, not because of the people's sentiment. People's sentiment, in a heartbeat, I can tell you Trump is coming back. But so many impediments being put in his way. 3 assassination attempts so far. Courts are trying to send him to jail. So many things are being done. I don't know how this guy is managing all the pressure. It's just incredible. Oh, okay. So last thing, we have to now go for question and answer session. Viewers, I hope you like this video, because we are slowly coming back to the kind of numbers we used to have 2 months ago, but it's still a big, big grind. Again, like I told you, there are many motivated organizations and countries who keep on putting their bots to try and game the algorithm. And there are people in YouTube also, there are 𝗤𝙧𝙤𝘆 there who are only willing to oblige. We can't stop that possibility, okay?
We can't stop that.
What you can do, there's nothing else we can really do. Just like the video as soon as you start watching it and help us with that. Thank you so much. Let's go to questions now.
Like, share and subscribe. Like, share and subscribe. Ranga sir, namaskar.
Magnet Ji, as always, the first one out with a question. Israel would have factored a response and prepared accordingly. Communication is a sensitive area of operations. What response do they expect and what more do they have in store? Will opposition cope?
I think Israel has given a decisive blow to Hezbollah. That's why I told you they have dismantled their logistics arms first, because that was a coordination between. It's a hub and the spoke model. You take out all the spokes. Hub cannot talk to the rim. That is what they have done, and they were very successful in that. As it gave you the reasons why Israel was fearing an imminent attack. That's what the sources have been telling us. Now, they have no response. It's a technology warfare today. It is not about Kalashnikovs. I've been trying to teach these idiots. For the last 2 years, Kalashnikov has a range of 330 meters. That's it. Beyond that, nothing. What are you fighting? I mean, if Israel wants, they can target. They can have a rocket coming through this window of mine if they want. So what are you fighting here? You are idiots. Your Nasrallah and all. They are those 286 machines. Put them in the next junkyard. No, sorry, graveyard. Galat. Sorry, my mistake.
Next one, please. Chaitanya Takle wants to know, why does India not support all-weather friend Israel openly?
India is supporting Israel openly. We met Mahmoud Abbas. We only told him we are for two-state solution, and we'll have all humanitarian assistance to people of Palestine. Look, Israel is fighting Hamas, Hezbollah. They're all terrorist organizations. Israel is not fighting Muslims. Israel is not fighting Palestine. Let that be very clear. And if I quote Benjamin Netanyahu, 200,000 tents were provided, food, water, sewage, 100,000 tons of supplies, 700,000 tons of foods were provided to the people who were in these camps. So Israel is bothered about the civilians. For Israeli, every civilian killed is a tragedy. But from this Hezbollah and Hamas, it's a strategy. They want as many civilians to get killed so that their cause amplifies. And whatever is happening in today Let it be Lebanon, let it be Gaza, let it be West Bank. The people who are responsible are Palestinian Islamic Jihad, West Bank, Hamas and Hezbollah. They are the people who are responsible for it, because they are the people who orchestrated all this.
And Chaitanya, please remember that India was one of the first countries to denounce Hamas for its actions on October 7th. One of the first. India didn't hold back. One of the first. Even before many of the Western countries reacted, India reacted right away. Also, Chaitanya, a couple of things that have happened. In Hyderabad, they tried to destroy the 𝗣𝗚𝙗𝘄𝑚 temple, which is very close to the Charminar. They couldn't. Then I've shown you a video yesterday, I think, in Sumit show, where they are showing that one Hindu family was being attacked. These guys are just coming in waves and waves of scooters. Third thing, Chaitanya, before I go to the next, we go to the next question. The Muslims, radicalized Muslims in Tamil Nadu, have done a trial run of how to bring all the highways to a stop. They went and attacked the toll gates. Go and watch 𝗤𝗏 𝗓𝗂𝗏's interaction with me last Thursday. Today is Monday, right? 3 days ago. Please understand, there are these. See, why I'm saying all this is because India cannot just all out go and say we support Israel. You have 15%, and out of that, at least 1% Satkela. So you need to make sure you're watching all those commoners' comments in Kashmir, right? What are they saying? सब कुछ अच्छा है, लेकिन BJP को वोट नहीं देगा.
नहीं देंगे sir. They will not vote for BJP in the valley. I've been stretching my neck out and saying Modi ji has done for them which was impossible. Modi ji has given them which nobody else has given them, but they will not vote for BJP still. I can give you writing. South Kashmir will go PDP, rest will go NC Congress, or these stooges, independents of Jamaat who are acting as independents. That's how they will go. Even Apna party, Bukhari, will not be able to make a dent. Wait and watch. Jammu will go BJP pe, jahan triangular fight hai, BJP can possibly win. But Valley will not go BJP pe.
Next question, please. Karthik Devendran wants to know, what are the chances that Pakistan will send nuclear weapons and its technology to Saudi Arabia?
Karthik ji, there are only 3 weapons, Chhota Bada, left with Asim Munir. Americans have told him to surrender those 3 weapons. Rest he doesn't have. His 𝗤𝙗𝙗𝘗 Khan is not working. Though with the European help and all, he was trying to get it up and running. It's not so straightforward. Israel is not in a mood to relent. And what will go? Look, Iran's nuclear facility was brought down by Mossad. Pakistan's 𝗤𝙗𝙗𝘗 Khan was brought down by Mossad. When we were saying that in PGurus, people are questioning us. Now, all the media is talking that Pakistan's media, this 𝗤𝙗𝙗𝘗 Khan was brought down by Mossad. Mossad are very good at that. I love the guys. They're good.
Next one, please. Aditya Poluri, thank you for becoming YouTube member. Shankar Balakrishnan wants to know, Sumitji and Sreeji, great and crisp analysis as usual. How is the equation of Israel with Egypt? Well, they're not unfriendly, but Egypt has its own plans. They have found a lot of tunnels leading from Gaza to to Egypt. So I have a solution that I think people are warming up to. I had one retired general. Sorry, sir, I'll give you the floor in just one moment. I had a retired general that came on our channel from Israel, and he mentioned it, in passing, that Sinai Desert, there's a place that Israel has planned where they are willing to actually rebuild a city for Gaza, but they will not be able to come so easily back to Israel to do anything. No tunneling is possible from there. That's what I heard. Over to you, Sumitji.
I'm saying that, you see, it's a love and hate relationship. It's a relation of compulsion, not option. It's a relation of, I don't like you, you don't like me, but kya kare? We are neighbors. I say namaste, you say namaste. Man, that's what it is. And let me tell you, if you think Fatah al-Sisi in Egypt doesn't know what Hamas is doing, I think then the world is an idiot or I'm a buffoon. None of it is true.
Next one, please. Dan Dave Siddharth Dave. Now you are Dan Dave. PGurus rocks. Thank you so much.
As always.
Avi Naftali wants to know, Shalom from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Israeli American. Thank you for many decades of a land Jews found peace. There are people very familiar to our culture. You believe and strive for peace as we do. We thank you so much. Do you know that one of the first resolutions that Knesset passed was that when the whole world was hating us, India was a peaceful place. You welcomed us with open arms. Thank you, America. Thank you, India. So sorry.
And so you will be always welcome.
Resolutions in Knesset. Sorry, go ahead.
I think, Avi, you will be always welcomed here. You are all the people from the military and all. There's this Hamas trail or whatever you call it. You go to these Rishikesh and all. We'll be always welcome here. We love you. We like you. And you and us have a similar history. That is, we have been both faced heavy and paid with a lot of lives. I think India has, some people say 50 million, some people say 100 million people we have lost to the Islamic invasion. Those numbers are not counted anywhere. But you and us, there's one thing in common. We know how to survive the Islamic invasion. And we can teach the world. Let them learn from us.
Next one, please. Venkatrama Muthuswamy wants to know how soon the Gulf will come to its criticality, meaning when will both the parties get exhausted in all respects?
I think it is going to be a regional conflict. Americans are ready. Iran, it's a game of wits. How long can Iran stop itself? And will Iran kind of ask all the other proxies to do a ground invasion of Israel? Because the way Israel has started beating Hezbollah, if the things go like that, another 10-12 days, Hezbollah is over. It will become useless and relentless. Now, they are taking their operations in West Bank against Islamic Jihad are continuing. Hamas, they are continuing. Hezbollah, they have taken on. So now the only thing which is left is there are some groups in Syria and there are some groups in Jordan. So as long as King Abdullah is able to control them, the Jordanese should be okay. Syria, Bashar, we don't know which way it will go. But ultimately, what will they do? They will ultimately order land invasion of Israel. Then you will have a few 100,000 people walking to Israel trying to kill them, what they did on October 7th. I think that will be the tipping point. There is where the things will go north.
I have heard stories that they are trying to create a buffer zone of 50 kilometers from the current border of Israel with Lebanon. 50 kilometers stuck. It's like a band. Nobody can come in. It's inside Lebanon, not on Israel side. And for that, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it should be on Lebanon side, sir. Yes, you're right, sir.
Yeah. And it makes it harder for them to even launch rockets, because right now what has happened, my understanding, okay, lots of news coming from Israel. What they have done is people who are living along the border of northern Israel with Lebanon, many of them have been evacuated to central Israel just for a temporary time. You will see Netanyahu keep repeating, be patient, we are clearing up the place, you can go back to your houses. So what that is basically establishing that 50-kilometer buffer zone on the other side, on the northern side of Israel and southern side of Lebanon. Then what happens is, to a certain extent, you can predict what is going to come from the other side. 50 kilometers, you can't march with 100,000 army and not get noticed. It's not possible. So we'll see. Thank you, Sanjay, for your super sticker. Dan 𝗜𝗍𝗍, thank you so much. Khalistanis hate the country in which their own religion was born and all their holy sites are, and they believe somehow Sikhism will grow and flourish.
I think Dan 𝗜𝗍𝗍ji, these people are not, we should not call them Khalistanis, we should call them the K elements. And we should call them the Pakistani stooges. They are only disguised as Sikhs. Because if they understand Sikhism, if they understand what the gurus have done and how great they were, they'll be ashamed to wear the turban. But they are all disguised as Sikhs. They are Pakistani agents. And they are being, I don't say they are brainwashed, they are politically managed now. They will have interests, they will have political interests, they will have money, what all leverages Pakistan has against them. So we should call them the K elements. Khalistan is still a pious word. Should not call them Khalistanis. I mean, they are K elements, they are Pakistani agents.
Next one, please. Dan 𝗜𝗍𝗍, again, thank you so much. I think we should totally support a two-state solution, as that is humanistic position. BJP supports that openly, which is what they should do.
The challenge is, my brother Dan 𝗜𝗍𝗍, is that even if you support a two-state solution, I think Israelis are not willing for that. My gut feel. I mean, I've been always stretching my neck over and saying...
They've tried this, na? 2006, they gave Gaza to self-rule. What did they do? Yeah.
Look at a two-state solution, India and Pakistan. Is there peace there?
Right.
Who are the peace? Whom have we fought maximum wars with? There are practical limitations. There is this concept of Darul Haloom and, all those, wherein the Islam has to be expanded and constantly. So when you have those things going in your heart, you will always have Hassan Nasrullah reincarnated into some other form. You will have one Moria Sanawar born. By the way, Yahya Sinwar was dying. He had a tumor. Israelis operated him, gave him a new lease of life to kill more Israelis. Now, next time Israelis, my brothers, don't waste your time, energy and money.
Dan 𝗜𝗍𝗍, again, he's in a very giving mood today. Thank you so much, Dan. Hindus protected the Zoroastrian religion, also gave safe haven to Jewish people. Hindus are the reason a secular liberal democracy exists in India. Very true.
Can't agree more. You're bang on. I 101% agree with you. You nailed it. I mean, couldn't be said better.
Thank you so much, Sumitji. That was a very productive session. We talked about a lot of things, and now let's take the blessings of Mahadev.
Saron, before going, I have to remind my brothers and sisters, like, share, subscribe. Not only like, then you have to share this video on your WhatsApp and social media. You have to subscribe to the channel, and you have to write us your comments. Give us your opinion. Give us your thoughts. I'm very sure that our team in the back end goes through all the comments, and if there are any improvements, there are any things you want us to cover, we'll be more than willing to do it, because we love your support. We love your patronage, and that is what is keeping us afloat. On that note, and with that love and respect, Bharat Mata ki jai, Vandhe Mataram, and Hara 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 Mahadev.
Mahadev.